Hare Krishna, my dear Prabhus, dear Matajis, thank you for joining our second to the last class natin for our meditation and yoga philosophy course. And don't be sad kasi marami tayong classes. After this, there are sequels of courses, at the same time classes from myself as well as different teachers na ating Braj Bhakti Academy. And this is one of the most important verse and class natin that we will discuss in our meditation sessions. So first, we should be always in the right mood, in the mood of humility, in the mood of request. So join me as we recite the invocation mantras. This is a complete invocation that you could see also in your Bhagavad Gita introduction. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagragatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Udina Vandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchane Gourange Radhe Vrindavaneshvari Virshavanu Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpataru Vyascha Kripasyendu Vyaevacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnanevyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Pashacha Desatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Budale Srimate Giridhari Swamin iti namine. So, Hare Krishna, Dave Prabhu, Oliver Prabhu, Marina Mataji, Mel Mataji, Hare Krishna, thank you for joining. And those who are watching, who will watch ating mga recorded sessions, welcome to our relationship with the Supreme, Bhakti Yoga, Madhurya Ras. So if you could remember, we have 5 rasa that we, a soul, is connected to Krishna, or 5 relationships. First, one could be in a passive state. Second, could be in an reverence. Krishna is the Supreme, one is in own reverence. Third, one could be Krishna's friend. Fourth, one could be Krishna's parent. And the last, and very rare, the perfection of relationship with Krishna is the Madhurya Ras, or the intimate lover of Krishna. This could not be achieve in different ways of spiritual path only by Bhakti Yoga. Because this could be practice, this could be how do you call it, applied even if one is still staying here in the material world. So this is Madhurya Rasa. But there is always the lover of Krishna that could never be replaced. So tayo, we are individual souls and we have our own relationship with Krishna that we want to awaken. That relationship kay Krishna that we want to awaken, andun na yun, it is just covered. We don't know kung ano yung relationship pa natin kay Krishna. We're about to find out as we practice. At the same time, there are those who have this permanent relationship with Krishna that we cannot replace. We can only follow their footsteps. Perfect example, of course, his own expansion. Lahat naman galing kay Krishna. But his expansion as Srimati Radharani, his eternal consort, eternal partner. Even kapag nag-incarnate si Krishna, Srimati Radharani also incarnates. Like Sita and Rama. Si Ramachandra, ang partner niya si Sita, which is si Mother Sita na si Srimati Radharani. Si Lakshmi, ang partner niya si Lord Vishnu. Same. So, yung mga concert ni Krishna when he goes here to the material world, kasama niya palagi yun. Intimate lover niya. And this is not a material love na nakita natin here in the material world. This is spiritual love. But in that kind of relationship. So, Srimati Radharani is Krishna's consort. Yan. First of all, we should learn about Srimati Radharani coming from the scriptures and devotees. Not with the Bollywood type ng mga movies or paintings because they could not really represent Srimati Radharani. I myself is not qualified, but I'm just trying to share what the other teachers, acharyas, and gurus have written or told about Srimati Radharani's love to Sri Krishna. So we should be in that kind of circle in listening about the love of Krishna and Radharani. Otherwise, people will just see it as mundane. If you want to read regarding Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna, you could read the Krishna book if you have a copy of Krishna book. So there's a lot of pastimes. So Srimati Radharani is also the eternal consort of Krishna, and she went also to Vrindavan. When Krishna came here, kasama si Srimati Radharani, hindi pwedeng wala. And kasama rin yung whole Vrindavan. Vrindavan is a place, the spiritual world, binaba ni Krishna rito sa material world. So there is the intimate love for Krishna. And together with Srimati Radharani, other gopis, mga ladies in Vrindavan are also in this love kay Krishna. Again, this is not mundane. This is spiritual love. So, of course, God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, have many lovers. This is God. We all wants to develop that or redevelop that love kay Krishna. So this pastime is Krishna with his lovers, Srimati Radharani and the gopis. And they are in that mood of love. And all the sages, the saintly persons, the yogis, they're actually praying that they could follow the footsteps of the gopis and Srimati Radharani in that love para kay Krishna. Because they are the topmost. So what they do, every time Krishna will play his flute, and this is not an ordinary octave tune or music galing sa flute ni Krishna is very spiritual. And when one hears that music coming from Krishna's flute, one will become absorbed in love kay Krishna. It is just like his message. So what they do, they meet and they gather, and they will forget everything. Usually it happens in the middle of the night, and the gopis actually is arranging for it. They will set design kung saan makikita si Srimati Radharani and si Krishna. They were the one who's playing music. Diba? Sila yung mga wing girls ni Srimati Radharani. And they're very close kay Krishna as well. Kasi they're arranging yung mga suot din nila, the flowers, the ornaments. Because love is different, spiritual love is different. The more you see Krishna is getting close to his consort Srimati Radharani, the more one will become satisfied. But mind you, again, this is not mundane, this is spiritual love. The gopis and Srimati Radharani, in this pastime, meron silang mga husbands. But this is in the form like having a drama or a play. The role is to become the husband and the wife, but that is just like in the stage. So, yung mga screen partners or screen wives, husband sa mga palabas, sa mga movies, doesn't necessarily mean na totoong partner sila. So, if you could remember, during the pastime na si Lord Brahma, tinago niya yung mga gopas, bata pa sila Krishna. Kasi Krishna had to expand himself to all the coward boyfriends niya, gopas. Tapos for 1 year, bumabalik si Krishna. Pumupunta sila dun sa mga bahay ng mga nanay niya. No? That time, kinasal yung mga gopas sa mga gopis, sa mga coward girls. So originally, pero that time kasi, si Krishna yon. So originally, si Krishna yung asawa ng lahat. But before the pastime, this happened. So the gopis, the coward girls, have their own husbands. And nandun yung mga in-laws. And of course, they are chaste. They have to be chaste. But when, in the middle of the night, they will hear Krishna's music, Krishna's flute, they will gather, they will sneak going out, and they will meet Krishna. They will arrange for Krishna and Srimati Radharani's pastimes. This is in the context of Madhurya Ras. At the same time, this is the highest love. They call it paramour love. Again, this is not mundane. This is very spiritual. That paramour love, one must always think, one could not remove his consciousness, his mind on the meditation of that lover. And the gopis, the wives of the coward boys, and the the mothers-in-laws have to always be there in the house. And the gopis have to perform all their duties accordingly, perfectly, so that the mothers-in-laws will not suspect anything that is happening with the gopis together with Krishna. So hindi sila pwedeng mahalata. They have to perform their duties. Same thing with us. We have our own duties here in the material world. We may be a teacher, a businessman, a mother, also a doing our work. So a lot of duties, a lot of hats that we are wearing. We have to perform them perfectly, more than ever. Now that we have much more deeper meaning. Kasi we don't want the compromise of that work sa meditation natin kay Krishna. And we don't want our meditation kay Krishna to compromise that duty Kasi it will sustain our meditation. It will sustain our life para ma-continue natin yung meditation natin kay Radharani and Krishna. So, gets niyo ba yung relationship ng relevance ng gopis as we follow their footsteps in our own duties and responsibilities in life? This material world is temporary, but we have to perform the duties because we will learn a lot of lessons from here. So the gopis are doing that. But Srimati Radharani is the ultimate lover of Krishna and doesn't want na isolo si Krishna. Just like us, we want to get Krishna, but we also want to share Krishna, because the more we share Krishna, the more we get Krishna. That's the yoga of love. That's Bhakti Yoga. So Srimati Radharani will arrange also for Krishna to have times with the gopis. This is what we call the Rasa Leela. And Krishna is not an ordinary person. He's the Supreme. He can expand himself unlimitedly. So they will have this Rasa Leela in the middle of the night, the Rasa dance. Krishna will expand himself as if the gopis are having Krishna individually, solo nila. And Krishna, nakikita niyo, si Krishna is dancing, he's performing his pastimes. In each individual, very unique pastimes. Hindi umuulat. Hindi yung ginagawa ng isang Krishna, ganun din ginagawa ng isang Krishna, no? So they're doing this kirtan. So some are playing mridanga, music, and they're dancing. So that's why you could see some videos, devotees are dancing in the temple in the tune of Krishna. Kasi we don't dance just for us to feel good. We don't sing for us to perform. It's always an offering kay Krishna and kay Srimati Radharani. You do yoga as an offering. You do Krishna's dance for Krishna and sing for Krishna as an offering kay Krishna. So same thing here. Same thing with our relationship kay Krishna. When you talk to Krishna, di mo naman sinasabi, teka lang, kausap pa siya ni Dave. Antayin ko matapos siya kausapin. No. Solo mo si Krishna. And you cannot limit Krishna's potency. Totoo, solo mo naman talaga siya. He is within you as the super soul. At the same time, you can connect with him. So that's the representation. But this is not just a symbol. What happened here is it really happened. At the same time, it's happening in different universes. It happened 5,000 years ago, in this earth, in this universe. In other universes, it's happening. And the spiritual world is forever happening. There's a lot of pastimes, even other demigods want to join this, but they're not allowed. Lord Shiva have to perform austerities for him to get a female body to enter in these pastimes. Just like the spiritual activities and knowledge that we are studying. We want to learn Krishna's greatness before we appreciate Krishna's sweetness. Without the help of our teachers, we cannot even get kung ano yung mga tinuturo sa spiritual knowledge, sa yoga philosophy. You cannot just apply a master's class sa YouTube or sa internet and learn this. No. This is very different. This is spiritual knowledge. It should be performed spiritually by a spiritual teacher and should be practiced by spiritual activities. Because again, this practice of Bhakti Yoga doesn't require any physical, material qualification. It is free, but it is not cheap. And if one is understanding this deep relationship with Krishna, what more pa kapag nandun tayo sa relationship na to, one is fulfilling one's life. But we cannot imitate it. We cannot replace them, the gopis, Srimati Radharani. We can only follow the footsteps. Their footsteps on how they serve Krishna, how they love Krishna, in whatever duties that we have. This is the ultimate goal of Bhakti Yoga. This is the Madhurya Rasa, or the intimate love kay Krishna. This is what all the yogis and the meditators, those who do penance, they meditated upon these pastimes. They wanted to have a taste, at least 1% ng love ng gopis kay Krishna. And they're actually praying na sana maging dust sila sa lotus feet ng mga gopis. So I invite you to read the Krishna book for one to be able to learn about Krishna more, of his greatness, sweetness, the pastimes. There's a lot of details in this Rasa Leela that we could not just encapsulate for an hour or 30 minutes of session. It's a forever relishing pastime. This is not for everyone also. It's for us to relish. So you don't often see yung mga yogis, devotees, Bhakti yogis talking about this. This is for relishing. This is for very intimate na mga classes, discussions in different places, in mga important places, important times. But of course, this August, abangan natin, will be the Janmashtami, the appearance day of Krishna. Actually, this Sunday naman, there's another festival, Vyasa Puja, or the appearance day of a spiritual guru, His Holiness Giridhara Swami. So, a glorification will be, or a program will be held online muna ngayon kasi pandemic pa rin. And August naman is the appearance day of Krishna. We will learn kung kailan yung, and ano yung nangyari ng appearance ni Krishna. And from that Krishna book, you will learn also yung mga pastime ni Krishna in the association ng mga gopis. Ang dami. Very sweet. Kumbaga, lahat ng mga napanood mong love story, adventure, action, you could read. Nanggaling actually sa kay Krishna. The greatest love story kay Srimati Radharani with all the gopis and all. So we can only pray to Srimati Radharani. Kasi without Srimati Radharani's approval, we cannot approach Krishna. And just like the perfect lover, kung ano yung hilingin ni Srimati Radharani kay Krishna, Krishna will do it. And that's why we chant Hare at first of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because that's Srimati Radharani. We first address Srimati Radharani, and we're begging for her mercy, her blessings to us, na she could whisper our names to Krishna. This Dave, this Oliver, this Marina, this Mel, this Carla is very serious, and they want to know you. And kapag si Srimati Radharani na yung bumulong kay Krishna, wala na siyang magagawa. Krishna will have to follow. So we want to please the gurus, the teachers, because the teachers are representing the manjaris who serves the gopis, and the gopis serves Srimati Radharani. So that line, and in that way, we will get the favor of Srimati Radharani, and we will get the favor of Krishna. So get your japa malas. We will learn more stories about Srimati Radharani soon. Kasi she will have also yung tinatawag niya Radhastami, appearance day ni Srimati Radharani. And we will celebrate that also. We'll know much more pastimes about her. So if you have your japa mala, press like, or you can show it to camera if you're. Yes, our meditation is for us to be really awakened in our sleep, for us to really connect to Krishna, and for us to beg for some fraction of love na Srimati Radharani could bestow upon us. And in that love, one's life and purpose will be fulfilled. and people are looking for this. Because of the mercy of the teachers, we're having this opportunity, not by mysticism, not by any speculation, but by real love. So we will chant from our hearts, attentively, and with all love. When you chant, Krishna is there because Krishna and his name are identical. And when one chants, actually, Srimati Radharani and Krishna is dancing in one's tongue. This is the performance of their Rasa Lila as we chant. So find your comfortable position. Hingang malalim. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vashade Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Chant from the heart attentively here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Chant from the heart. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. With the remaining beads, be alert and be attentive, and make sure one is chanting every syllable from the heart. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Giridhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta. If you're finished, please type 108. And if not yet, please continue to do so. Awesome. So if you're finished, please open your camera. Let's have a photo for our class picture. Yes, nice to see everyone. Hello. So again, if you're not yet part ng Brudge Back the Academy group chat, if you wish to be part of it, to see all the announcements, classes, and all, please let me know so I could add you up there. And yes, nice to see everyone. Eyes in the camera. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. One more, 1, 2, 3. I'm always humbled and honored having your presence. We may not share are able to share this kind of topics kaagad sa mga friends natin. It might be too deep for them. You can relish them. You can share yung mga basic ones sa kanila, of course. But of course, you can share the books to them because the books, it's a gradual learning for everyone. It's a big help. And these books are not just for distribution or sharing kasi we need to read them. This generation kasi, wala na masyadong book reader. Kaya pag may nakikilala akong book reader, sobrang tontuwa ako. So it's very important. And please always chant your rounds. In that way, we will be able to understand yung process talaga ng yoga philosophy and the meditation. And you can see in the photo here, it's very important. May mga footmarks nila Krishna and the gopis and Srimati Radharani dun sa floor. The dusts. And that's why when you go to holy places, this is important. We bow down to the dusts kasi their mga footprints na rin nandun. And we also bow down in the mood of humility sa mga devotees. Because only by the dust from their lotus feet will be able to connect to Krishna, to have that love. Mapapansin nyo minsan pag may kasama kang taong galit, parang iba pakiramdam. Pag may malungkot, nakakalungkot. Or pag may umiiyak, di ba nakakaiyak? What more pa yung spiritual love? That energy, that power. So we want to be in the association of those who are in this mood for us to also develop it. And by other association in our sadhana, our everyday practice, we'll be in that state. So thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow for the last day ng ating class. Please prepare very short realization lang and sharing lang of your experiences in this class and the meditation natin. I'm looking forward. I'm actually begging a charity, and that's the charity I want to beg. Your sharing. And that is our fuel, of course. Thank you very much, Dave, Oliver, Carla, Mel, and Marina. So let's keep in touch. Again, I'm having yung mga Zoom calls with the students for some question and answer, bonding, kwentuhan, and just a personal, siyempre mga personalist tayo, personal conversation. Please let me know so we could also schedule it. Again, please be careful, be vigilant, but at the same time, don't be afraid, and be Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everyone. Well, let's keep in touch. Hare Krishna.